Hello, hello.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome.
We are a little late today, and that's because we were enjoying the lake so much. We were swimming. As you can see, we still have
Wet
wet
hair.
hair, and now we're waiting for a train. Actually, the train that is supposed to take us to Dr. Joe in Basel, so it's not running. It has a technical issue, and instead of getting mad at waiting for half an hour, we are coming live to see you guys.
That's what we do. Everything works out for the right reasons.
Exactly, and I was concerned to not have it's not quite enough. So here it's absolutely brilliant to come live and read.
So we are reading to you once again from You Too Can Be Prosperous. Nadine and I are together. We're not sitting one in Ireland and one in Switzerland. Yes, exactly. And last week we spoke about, thinking about really putting our thoughts into action and being aware of what we think about. And he says, do you recognize your emotional complexes, those little questions, those doubts, those fears, the inhibitions that you have? So he's going to give us assignments now that we're going to try work with. So I'm going to kick off. I'm going to read from page 110, and this is assignment number 1 that we're going to work with.
So take something to write, because this is not something to listen, this is something to do.
All right. So he talks about the method is based on the same principles as the first one, and that is you both go back to the process of changing your basic thought. All right. It is merely a matter of substituting a good pattern for a bad one. And what he means by that is, we just be aware of those thoughts that we think about. I read a beautiful book the other day, and she says whenever she gets to a stop sign, she says, okay, what have I been thinking about? And as we're driving, as we're walking, we see stop signs. So use something to evaluate your thoughts over the last half an hour. So just take a key, anything that you can think of. That I like stop signs, because I think when we're driving, when we're going anywhere, you do hit them. So this is where you start to analyze, what have I been thinking? What are my thoughts? Are they negative or are they positive? So here's your assignment. And this is what he talks about. Go through your consciousness and make a list of all the things, events, circumstances, and experiences that you think may be responsible for your present state of finances. List all the things that have been troubling you. The position you lost, the deal that failed, the mistakes you've made, the small concepts you have been holding, the mental burdens you've been carrying, and the malignant thoughts that have been festering in your mind. Bring them up from the cellar and expose them to the light. It may take you a week or even 10 days to drag all this rubbish out, but keep on to it until you get it all out. Keep on until there's no hidden thought or belief that can in any way oppose or neutralize your good. All right, so that's really sitting back and stopping thinking. All right, really being aware of the thoughts that you carry with you.
And I really also like to do these exercises with a cup of coffee on my beautiful balcony, or just another space where you feel comfortable to just take the time to inquire your thoughts, because we so rarely stop and do that. And that's so important to appreciate, what is the word, to
evaluate
and to really go and say, what have I been thinking? Like, what are my thoughts? Why am I thinking like that? How else could I be thinking about that?
Ultimately, at the end of the day, what we've got to remember is that our thoughts are creating our destiny. Our thoughts are creating our future. So what have I been thinking? So when I get to a stop sign, that's exactly what I'm looking at. Okay, so what have I been thinking about? Stop. That's a reason why I like stop signs. Stop and think, what have I been thinking? Have I been furious with somebody? Have I been grouching at somebody? Or have I been thinking thoughts of prosperity, gratitude, humbleness? All right, so put each one down on a list and resolve that you will never contemplate it again. Now, that's quite difficult to do, because there's certain things that keep coming up for you. But when you become aware of those things that are coming up, What can I do about it? Is it true? Can I change it? Is it in my circle of control? Or do I need to let this go? Forgive myself and forgive the person.
And to resolve it is also really important to become aware of it, because we don't know what we don't know. And unless we go and research our mind, we will not understand that this is even going on.
Correct.
And I can tell you, I have learned so much by just doing this very simple exercise to just think, what am I thinking and why I'm thinking like this and how do I want to be thinking?
True. All right. So if you have been in a habit of discussing financial difficulties, hard times, economic disasters, or depressions with your family and friends, put that practice down. Resolve that you will never do it again. Resolve that you will never think or discuss limitations in any form. And that's where I stopped with gossiping, lying on the couch and gossiping or moaning about certain people. It doesn't help you. Stop. Talk about nature rather. Resolve that you will never think or discuss limitation in any form. If others persist in discussing these things, resolve that you will not listen to them. If you have been in a habit of bemoaning the good old days or the difficulties of your present economies, put that habit down. Put it down. Put down the little luxuries and gratifications that you've been denying yourself. Put down the things that you persistently say that you cannot afford. List the bills you owe. Drag out all the old inhibitions of your youth. The I can'ts, the don'ts, the lookouts, the if, the buts. Replace them with the positive. I can, I will, I know, and I have. Quit kicking, criticizing, complaining, and finding fault with people and things around you, and find something to praise. And we must remember there's always something beautiful. We're 30 minutes delayed, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Joe's going to wait for us, right?
Absolutely.
All right, where was I? So stop frowning and scowling and start smiling at everyone. Start looking around and seeing how many people have grouchy faces too. Destroy everything around you that suggests poverty or lack. If you are impatient, list the fault. Be at peace with yourself and with all men. If you have been thinking meanly of yourself, list that error and do something about it. If you have been objectionable, if you have objectionable personal habits, clean them up. Cleanliness gives you a luxurious feeling and helps you to radiate positivity, prosperity. If there is no demand for you, create one by getting closer to God. If your eyes have been seeing limited, unhealthy, and poverty-stricken conditions, train them to see all the healthy, rich, and prosperous things in life. Keep on digging and analyzing until you have ferreted out every enemy thought in your mind. You too can be prosperous.
Yes. So that was the assignment for this week. Next week, we have more assignments for you to do. So make sure that you do this as soon as possible, because if you wait, you will wait and wait. Yeah, I can do it tomorrow. I can do it on the weekend. No. You can do it right now. So Jackie was speaking about stop signs. There aren't so many stop signs where I'm at. I really just do it with my morning or with my afternoon coffee. That's my time. That's the time to reflect. How has my day been so far? What have I been thinking? And I made it a habit to really go and research my thoughts. And it's such amazing thing. Sometimes nothing comes up, and sometimes amazing thoughts come up. So you too can be prosperous. Just think that way.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nadine.
Thank you, Jackie.
We're so privileged.
Bye, everyone. See you next week.